and welcome to my YouTube channel. So my name is Alex. I'm a triathlete based out of Nashville, Tennessee. So I kind of decided and came up with the idea for this channel lately because I used to blog a lot about triathlon, and I find that it gets kind of like repetitive if I'm just constantly writing stuff like, here's my last week of training, or here's what I'm doing different in training. Especially just because I feel like putting that into words sometimes is kind of difficult, where you don't actually like see what's going on. And sometimes I find like giving commentary after the fact is a little bit more difficult. And the other thing I want to do is like kind of show balancing triathlon with everyday life and a demanding job, because I do work a normal 9-to-5 job as a tax accountant. So I wanted to have the chance to kind of show how I'm balancing training with that. So this video, this is kind of the intro to this video. I've filmed a little bit off and on throughout the week. It was a snow day for 2 days, and by snow day, it just means I couldn't get to I didn't want to go to the gym because of COVID, so I couldn't get to a treadmill. I couldn't run outside because the greenways and places that I run are still covered in ice, and I do use my office gym some, but the office building is also closed, so haven't been able to run. I've been on my trainer a lot. I've done some yoga and strength training. I actually was a little bit hesitant, and I'll give a little bit more commentary on that when the clip comes up. I was a little bit hesitant about posting that. I have a cat that's about to jump in front of my camera. I was a little bit hesitant about posting it because currently the thing that I've noticed is like I felt like from the time I was in my really early 20s, when I was in great shape for triathlon and running, my body's changed a lot, and I have gained weight just because of everyday normal life. Cat's finally out of the camera view. So I was really hesitant to post it, especially because I was dealing with some stomach issues that day and feel like I was also really bloated. But that's kind of part of what I want to show, is just kind of like that I am an everyday person, or I am a normal person who deals with those things as part of everyday life. Right now it is Saturday, which means it's my long ride day, and I haven't done an actual long ride in a while. And I've got 2 hours planned on the trainer, so I'll film a little bit of that when I get to it in about 45 minutes. I'm a little bit nervous just because I do not like riding my trainer that much. And I don't think like endurance-wise it's going to be an issue. I honestly think doing long rides on the trainer, it's really a mental thing for me. I find that like it's not even getting bored. It's just like I'm in my house, the airflow is not as good. You're not getting like the scenery riding outside, and so I do what I can. I ride on Zwift, as you'll see from my ride on Friday as well. So I ride on Zwift and all of that, so I make it as entertaining as possible, but it definitely, in my opinion, could be more entertaining. I'm using an 80-20 triathlon plan that I bought through Training Peaks right now. So I am roughly following that. Of course, it doesn't always work with work or when things in my personal life come up. So I do have workouts I'm following, which helps as well. But just overall, I do find the trainer kind of boring, and I'd love to be able to ride outside. So I'm hoping like the week of Christmas, it was super warm here, and I'm hoping I see some of that weather coming up soon, just so I can kind of get out and enjoy it and ride outside, because I do have a brand new tri-bike sitting in my garage right now that I would love to go ride. So I'm going to stop talking here because I know I can talk forever, and I'm going to finish like starting on the editing for this video and get ready for my ride. Welcome to my garage gym. I apologize for the echo. So it's a tandem 2-car garage, meaning my car is kind of parked in the middle over there. It's made for 2 cars, and there's a lot of empty space, even with 4 bicycles in it right now. So this is a very, very simple setup. I've got 2 sets of dumbbells, and then I have the towel because this floor is covered in dirt. My neighborhood is still under construction, and so right behind me is actually a ton of dirt on the ground everywhere that I have to drive through. every time I come in and out. And then you can't really see over there, I've got a bike pump, my yoga mat, and my water, as well as my cyclocross bike and the stuff that lives in my trunk in the summertime. And so this is, with COVID, I just don't feel comfortable going to my big gym right now. And I did the math, like for what I use in the gym, I got 2 sets of dumbbells for about $75, which dumbbells are crazy expensive. And then I'm thinking about a treadmill that would actually go in that space over there. So I would actually face it towards that wall where I could put like a TV or something mounted on the wall, and it could fold up when I'm not using it. So that's kind of the plan long term, is to get this set up for winter training essentially. My bike trainer is upstairs because I do like the air conditioning, but right now it's about 30 degrees outside. I am a little warm because I just got done with a short trainer ride. So I'm gonna get in, the goal is 30 minutes of strength training and then about 30-ish minutes of yoga. So this is a very sped up version of some of my strength workout. I kind of cut it to 1 to 2 sets of most exercises. So I'm definitely not moving this fast in real life. I did notice one thing that really I found a benefit from filming this actually is that my squat form clearly needs a lot of work. I do not go deep enough, and I actually increased the weight on the second set, where I probably should have actually stayed with that same weight or even lower and focused on just getting my form right. I do have a lot of hip mobility issues, so that does affect it as well. So the other thing I want to talk about with this strength video is actually the fact that I almost didn't post it. So for me personally, I've gained some weight over, I would say, the last few years, but honestly, basically from the time I was 23, 23, which is the year I completed my full Ironman, to today I am 28. So I have struggled a lot recently with my body image and just the fact that it has changed a lot over those past 5 years. And so when I did first see these clips, I was really self-conscious about it and kind of about where I am physically right now, because I feel like I maybe don't look like a triathlete. But honestly, like overall, I'm doing the best I can. I'm getting my workouts in. I'm trying to eat healthier. So I mean, this is where I'm at right now, and I just kind of need to, I don't think I'm ever going to be like, oh my gosh, I think I look great right now, but I just kind of need to remember, like, my body is doing a lot for me. It is getting me through my workouts right now. It let me get through this strength workout and the yoga that's shown after this. And so I think overall, like, now watching it, I feel better than I did when I actually first watched this clip, which is a good thing. I was also actually, I don't know what I ate that day. My stomach was a little bit upset when filming this, so I actually had to cut out some sections where I just kind of like had to stop and walk around for a second. But overall, this workout that I'm showing actually felt good, other than clearly needing to work on my form a little bit. And hopefully the yoga and the hip mobility I'm working on will help with that as well. This is what I do for strength training, especially strength training at my house. It's obviously not going to be what everyone needs to do for their strength training. And just as a reminder, this is sped up. I do not move at the speed. I actually move very slowly and have very slow and controlled movements, because I feel like when my movements are faster, I don't necessarily engage the correct muscles. So I am going to stop talking here and just let the rest of the workout clips play out. So this is right behind my house right now. It's basically a sheet of ice. Directly behind it is drivable, and so is the main road. But because of that, I do not get to go for a run today. Basically where I live, we're not really prepared for the snow, which means that anything other than main roads doesn't get snow plowed, nothing gets shoveled. So I will be missing my run, unfortunately, because I have no treadmill at home yet. It's shipped. It's on the way. Gonna maybe jump on the trainer for like 30 minutes or so and just see what I feel like doing today. So I am about to jump on my bike to do my trainer ride. Right, getting clipped in. Yesterday, I ended up actually basically duplicating this ride because I was supposed to run for an hour yesterday, and then that didn't happen because it snowed outside. So I took this 45-minute ride and actually did it yesterday too, but I left it on today's schedule because I knew that swimming probably wasn't happening. Practice got canceled this morning. The pool is probably actually closed. Sorry for the bad lighting. This is better. Pool is actually closed this morning, and then this afternoon, like, I don't really want to go to my gym. First, because of COVID, things are really bad here right now. Also, just it's a bit of a drive from my house and involves some hills, and the temperature hasn't gotten above freezing. And if anybody knows anything about the South, people here are not prepared for the snow or ice. So while they have plowed the roads and salted them, they really don't clear up until it gets warm enough that everything melts and dries out. So I'm gonna jump on the trainer and pick out a route. So I can sit in my aero bars actually and film my Zwift because I don't know how to record my computer screen. Also, I don't need to record it that much. And I thought I would have logged in by now. How do I get rid of this? There we go. Usually I do ride with heart rate. You can see there is no heart rate connected down here because my heart rate monitor died the other day and I need to get that fixed. I'm going to the bike shop tomorrow and I'll probably just grab a battery there, and if that doesn't fix it, I'll just buy a new one again. And I ride a Ceres. Well, it was at the time it was Cyclops. It's the Magnus trainer, so it is a wheel-on trainer, but it is controllable. So I just use the cadence from it and the power from it as well. And then courses, I don't think I like Richmond. And I've done everything in Richmond. Innsbruck. I'm only riding for 45 minutes, and I like two things where either I do the whole route, which I've done the only route that would be 45 minutes on here, or I like some variety to my route. Let's see. Which really with the three choices I have, it's kind of, Richmond would probably actually be the best. I just don't like those short, steep climbs. I do the jungle circuit sometimes. It's good for training where I live. I'm kind of feeling flat stuff today though. I've been feeling flat stuff a lot lately. So I think this is the one that kind of goes in a circle. No, that's that one back. So this one goes in a circle. Yeah. So this is the one I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna get started because I want to get this over with. Okay, so I am, sorry, trying to find the right light. I am about to jump on my trainer. I've got everything set up. I've got 2 hours. I'm not really thrilled about it. I did grab a couple of gels. You can hear Zwift turning on in the background there. I also had to throw out a water bottle because I opened it, and I guess whenever it got put away, I screwed, or somebody had screwed the lid on, and it got moldy inside. So that is fun. And I will show you a quick clip of my setup for this long ride because it is a little bit different than what I do for a shorter ride. So, well, one, where is my trainer? So come back here, unplug, tightened. I hear it turning on. I see the little green light. See my jacket still on the floor from yesterday. And trainer's ready to go. And here is the really important thing. I've got the iPad set up with the Golden Girls. Just have to fix my hair. And I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna choose something. I'm thinking, I really liked all the routes I've done in the McCurry Islands so far. So I'm thinking this is where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop there, fix my hair, and jump on the bike. All right, just over halfway through. I've eaten one gel. I'm a little out of breath. I just finished an interval. I'm on a recovery right now. On my 3rd episode of the Golden Girls. Now it's mostly zone 2 after this recovery until the last 5 minutes are cool down in zone 1. All right. So here's just a quick video of my food post bike ride. I was gonna film a little bit more while I made it, but my blood sugar dropped really low, I think just because all I had during that ride was that one gel and I didn't really have anything before it. I'll explain that a little bit more here in a couple minutes. So this is a leftover half of a eggplant and buffalo mozzarella flatbread. I'm filming while this cools off because I managed to burn the roof of my mouth really badly when I made it last night. So I'm going to eat this and maybe eat a little bit more just to get my blood sugar back up and get myself feeling a little bit better than I do right now. And then I'm going to sit down and talk to the camera. Okay, so I am back. I'm finished with my bike ride. So it ended up being just over 2 hours because on Zwift, I like to finish on an, on an even number, like a round number, because you get the 30 experience points for every mile. So if I'm between miles, like I'll usually finish up to that next one. So in this case, I was like at 31, I think like just past 31 when I finished. And so I think I went up to 32 and then I was going downhill. So it actually ended up being over 32. But I stopped pedaling at 32 and hit the like button to pull up the menu button. Overall, I was really happy with how it went. So my cycling and my training in general has been super all over the place for quite a few years now. And I only really I got back into racing this past year. I raced for the first time in 4 years. So my last race had been in 2017. I just did a sprint over the summer and I really enjoyed it. So I definitely wanted to start training to race again. It's just tough sometimes with balancing it with work. So I've been really happy that I have started to build some consistency. And then with the snow this week, I've ridden my bike 5 times. Usually I aim for about 3. And this is definitely the longest ride I've done in a long time. So I did ride on, it was around New Year, I think New Year's Eve maybe, or right around there. I did do an hour and 25 minutes outside to get to ride my new tri-bike. But this has really been I think on that I might have done 1 hour and a half ride on the trainer last year and a handful of 20 to 25 mile outside rides. So I haven't done anything quite this long in a while. So that made me really happy. And it was definitely one of those workouts that boosted my confidence in myself, because I have found that because I'm going slower than I used to and because I don't necessarily always have the endurance that I used to, it can be really discouraging sometimes. So it just kind of felt good to see that yes, I can still go for 2 hours on my bike. I just need to still work on building up that speed again, and that'll come with time as well. So overall, I was really happy with it. I'm probably just gonna end the video here. I know it's a little bit all over the place because it has workouts from Tuesday when I did the trainer ride and yoga all the way through today, which was the 2 hour ride. I did look at tomorrow and unfortunately it's supposed to rain all day. So I might just give in and go to my gym when I think it's gonna be quiet to get in my run, or I might be on the trainer again. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, I will probably try and get a little bit more variety and a little bit more content for the next video. Thanks for watching.